Welcome everyone to MysteryHQ. In this video, I'm going to show you how to solo unlock all wicked relics on Ashes of the Damned in BO7 Zombies after the recent Season 1 patch. Right away, I want to save you a massive headache. If you plan on unlocking these, you should absolutely do them all in a single game. Reaching run 60 once is already brutal, but doing it multiple times is just not worth it, as yes, that's the first requirement. The second is to already have enough relics active to be in tier 2 difficulty. That said, if you are only interested in one wicked relic so you can reach tier 3 difficulty for the easter egg completion, the reward calling card, Pack-a-Punch camos, or just to use Pack-a-Punch tier 4, I got you covered as well. If this video helps you get the relics, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, just so you know, with the Season 1 update, Treyarch reverted the boss fight back to its original version in Cursed Mode. The fight is now brutal even with golden armor, which makes the Dragon Relic extremely hard to obtain since it requires beating the boss after run 60. But it also seems like with the most recent patch, Treyarch also fixed several issues according to the relics, like some being unobtainable after save and quitting, even though the patch note only mentions Astra Malorum. I really hope it's a global fix, but I'm not sure at this point. With that being said, the only guaranteed way to make every ritual portal spawn is to still avoid save and quitting. Save and quit caused a lot of issues in the past, and while things seems a lot better now, it's the safest to not risk it. I know that's annoying, since it means dedicating 2 or 3 hours to do everything in one sitting, but if you want to avoid bugs entirely, that's still the best approach. Now let's talk about your setup and the relics I recommend running to reach tier 2. I ran the Dragon Wings, Teddy Bear, Focusing Stone, and Virial Sphere. But I think instead of the Dragon Wings you should get the Plant Seed, and instead of the Virial Sphere you should get the Spider Fang. Although the Spider Fang is annoying to get in solo, but if you won't go down it's like the best relic, you would never see the debuff. There's still a workaround for the 4 perk limit relic though, either by using a perkaholic or by using another method that I will show later in the video. For your field upgrade, Toxic Growth is easily the best choice. Run it with Core Deception, Ankle Shredder, and Green Thumb. This setup massively slows enemies, automatically charges the first zombie that enters the growth, and keeps it active for much longer. You will also need to fully research Brain Rot and Elemental Pop, since they are essential for the boss relic. For Brain Rot, use Caustic Fumes, Explosive, and Super Serum, as this causes Brain Rotted zombies to damage everything around them without even needing to hit enemies directly. And for Elemental Pop, run Citrus Focus, Vulnerable Bean, and Chill Berry, which dramatically increases how often Brain Rot activates. Your Juggernaut augments are also extremely important. Hardened plates and durable plates are mandatory, and I personally run Turtle Shell, although Probiotic may be a better option depending on your playstyle. On Quick Revive, make sure you have Equivalent Exchange, since that gives you 3 extra set revives and you won't lose your perks. And since Ether Shroud is very important for the Dragon Relic, equip Burst Dash and Extension, and if you can also add extra charge to the mix. Once you spawn into a tier 2 Cursed match, your goal is very simple, and by now you heard it enough times, reach run 60. If you are going for the Dragon Relic, you should complete every main quest step leading up to the boss fight as early as possible. That way, once you hit run 60, you can activate Close immediately and start the fight. For the high run strategy itself, you will need Toxic Growth, Casimir Grenades, a fully Pack-a-Punch Ray Gun, a fully Pack-a-Punch Necrofluid Gauntlet, and a non-upgraded Akita to farm points. The strategy is simple and can be started on almost any round. Park Tessie in front of the farm and use it to clear a few zombies at the start of the round. Before Tessie breaks down, exit the car and leave it facing the exit toward Janus Towers so you can't instantly run back into the farm. Inside the farm, activate the trap and stand on the side closer to the barn. From here, every zombie will funnel straight into the trap, allowing you to just stand there until it runs out. When it does, fire a few charged gauntlet shots around you, detonate them, and just use the launch pad to reach Ashwood. At Ashwood, follow the route I showed in the video, activate the trap, and stand in the exact spot I'm standing. Use charged shots in front of you to maximize points, and once the trap runs out, follow the same route again I'm using, but be very careful in the alley, and then just jump down at the bridge. Take the garage teleporter back to Tessie and repeat the entire loop. Just to clarify, only jump down the bridge if you have stamina with the free fall or augment. Okay, so after round 40, double ghasts are easy to deal with using your gauntlet or the ray gun, but the Zersa bears require more preparation. Before round 40, a Toxic Growth and the ray gun are easily enough, but later on, you should throw a Casimir when the bear gets close. One Casimir is enough to kill it completely. As a last resort, you can also hop into Tessie and chip away the bear's health with the DG2 turret. And I mean that's it, that's the entire strategy. This loop is how I reached around 60 consistently and safely. Start at farm, use the trap, then use the jump pad, use the trap at Ashwood and just take the teleporter back to the car and repeat. One last thing I want to mention, that since you won't be able to buy self-revives due to the focusing stone relic, there are two ways to work around that. The first is completing that tasks, since those can still reward you with self-revives. The second option is starting a Grim Relic ritual like the Pan or the Dragon Wings, and inside that ritual all relics are completely disabled, which means you can buy self-revives from the crafting table again, and even if you are running the 4 perk limit relic, you can buy extra perks here with Soda Fountain for example. Now that you understand the high run strategy, let's start with the Blood Vials Relic. Ideally you want to begin this at around 20. From that point you must interact with a red phone 5 times once every 10 runs, so starting on round 20, then 30, 40, 50 and 60. The phone rings very loudly, so simply driving around the map and checking each location makes them easy to find. All you are doing is locating one phone every 10 runs and interacting with it. Here are all the possible phone locations. The first is in the Quick Revive building at spawn, the second is in the Blackwater Lake shed, the third is outside the fog in the cabin you reach when leaving Blackwater Lake, the fourth is inside the farmhouse, and the fifth is upstairs in the same building. There are 2 locations at Ashwood near the Vulture Rate perk, one on the desk and one inside the building where the armor wall buy is. The 8th is in the Cosmodrome control room. The 9th is in the diner sitting on the counter. And the final one is also at the diner at the back of the garage. After you interact with the 5th phone, head back to Blackwater Lake cabin and inside you will find the ritual portal, and obviously you will hear Mr. Pig's laugh to confirm the step beforehand. As you can see, I did this on run 20 in the footage, but the method I used to make this easy has unfortunately been patched. So once you interact with the portal, inside the ritual your weapons deal only half damage, but the Necrofluid Gauntlet's explosive shot still makes this manageable. I strongly, and I mean strongly, recommend saving Monkey Bones for HVT waves and running Toxic Growth to quickly trap and kill the bear HVT. If you run low resources, you can rebuy Monkey Bombs from the crafting table or pop a Gobblegum like Killjoy to speed things up. What I did was just running around the cabin, shooting the ground with the gauntlet and detonating the charges. Once you survive the ritual, you will unlock the Blood Vials Relic, which removes all your augments from everything you use in future curse matches. Next, let's move to the Bust Relic, and this might surprise you, but I actually think this is the easiest Wicked Relic to unlock, especially if you are using the augments I showed earlier. To spawn the ritual portal, there are 2 possible requirements and the game isn't very clear which one is it. Either you need to complete a round after round 60 without getting hit, or complete a round after round 60 without firing your weapon. Both sound rough, but there's a simple solution. Just wait for a revision round and use the trap at Ashwood. The trap will clear the entire round for you and you won't need to fire a single shot and you won't get hit, and you should hear Mr. Pig's laugh at the end. I've tested this 3 times now and had 0 issues spawning the portal. Once you hear the laugh, head to Blackwater Lake where the ritual portal will spawn on the wall of the boathouse. Before entering, make sure you apply Brain Rot to a weaker weapon so it activates constantly. Inside the ritual, you can only kill zombies using other zombies, which is why Brain Rot is mandatory. Thanks to the augments we are running, Brain Rot activates very quickly, charmed zombies emit toxic fumes that deal massive damage and spread the effect to nearby enemies and explode on death for even more damage. On top of that, Elemental Pop causes Brain Rot to activate even more often. This lets you fly through waves 1, 2, 4 and 5 effortlessly. For wave 3 and 6, drop Toxic Growth to trap the HVTs, and with the augments equipped, a charmed zombie will constantly attack trapped enemies. Just like the previous relic, your goal is to run full loops around the cabin, shoot a few zombies to spread Brain Rot, and let the challenge complete itself. There's no need to rush anything here. Once you survive the ritual, you will unlock the Bust Relic, which causes enemies to constantly regenerate their health in future curse matches unless you keep damaging them. Lastly, it's time for the Dragon Relic, and I strongly recommend saving this one for the last if you are going for all 3 in a single game. That way, even if you fail, you still have already unlocked the other 2 relics and you won't walk away empty-handed. As mentioned earlier, this one requires you to complete the boss fight after round 60. The old method of finishing the fight earlier and save and quitting on round 60 has been patched, so you genuinely need to do this post round 60. Before starting the fight, make sure you are fully prepared. I recommend switching to Ether Shroud, and you should also have a self-revive, monkey bombs, an aftertaste Gobblegum active, and other 2 Gobblegums being cashback and full power. So once ready, just activate Klaus to start the boss fight. My first and most important tip is to only use the healing pots for Tessie when your car is already burning and has a very low health. The reason is that these pots do not respawn anymore in Cursed. My second tip is to only boost with Tessie when the boss shoots rockets at you, like you can see it in the footage. This is the only way you can dodge those rockets and save Tessie from breaking down. So in both the first and second phase you just have to carefully drive around, dodge the rockets and never use your boost when hitting the boss. Also, whenever you can, try to go for the red weak spot of the boss for extra damage to fasten up the first and second phase. Also in Cursed, starting from phase 2, a Zersa bear is going to spawn, but you literally don't have to deal with it. I personally just ignored it. When the boss becomes immune and then you have the opening to shoot his bottom, just use the turret and deal as much damage as you can. In the final phase, the only difference is you have to play more aggressively. That's because whenever the boss charges his purple head, you have to hit it using your boost. This is how you can cancel the laser attack. Without boosting you need 2 hits on the purple head, so what I did was just driving around waiting for my boost to recharge and then use it to hit the head. But when I wasn't able to cancel the laser, Tessie broke down, and I want to give a few tips how you can repair Tessie safely in any phase. Basically you have monkey bombs and Ether Shroud for such situations, so it's up to you which one you use first, but try to save your Ether Shroud and your full power Gobblegum for the final phase. So first use monkey bombs as you have cashback if absolutely necessary to get them back, plus you can also get one using the gauntlet from the wall. Also very important that when you repair Tessie and you see missiles coming, you must run away immediately or you will take her down. Same thing for the laser beam in phase 3. Let's say you are repairing Tessie, but you notice that the boss is about to shoot the laser. You have 2 choices here. First is to throw a monkey bomb, hide behind Tessie and repair the car, or you have to run to the closest pillar, wall, anything you can hide behind and throw a monkey bomb and just use your gauntlet to survive. Then quickly throw another monkey, repair the car and the fight must go on. But let's say you successfully complete the fight, I mean first of all congrats, but then select continue. The ritual portal will spawn on the side of the Blackwater Lake cabin, and inside this ritual you can only damage zombies with explosives. Luckily the Necrofluid Gauntlet and the Ray Gun both work, and I mean the Necrofluid Gauntlet's normal shot works too. The logic and surviving is the same as with every other relic inside, so just use Toxic Growth in the HVT rounds, and oh yeah, just switch back to Toxic Growth from Ether Shroud, and use your Gauntlet while running loose around the cabin. Once you survive the ritual, you will unlock the Dragon Relic, which disables all ammo crates in future Cursed matches. Now you might be wondering which Wicked Relic you should go for, if you don't want all 3, but you still want to reach tier 3. Well, just so you know, you can reach tier 3 without any Wicked Relics, but you would stack so much debuffs on you if you do that. So in co-op, the Bust Relic is easily the best choice. As long as at least one player is constantly dealing damage, enemies won't be able to regenerate their health, which completely neutralizes its downside. For solo, it's a bit more complicated. If you are going for the Astra Malorum Easter egg, the Bust Relic is still the best option. But if you are going for the Ashes of the Damned Easter egg, then the Dragon Relic is technically the best, I mean if you are willing to go through hell to get that. And if you are pushing for high runs, once again the Bust Relic comes out on top. The only situation when I would recommend the Blood Vials Relic is if you don't have the Dragon Head for the Ashes boss fight, but losing every single augment is like such a huge punch in the face. And I think that's pretty much it for this guide. If you found it helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.